Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are healthy and well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we'll be reacting to the first 100 years of mateship between Australia and the United States. I'm really excited to check out this video and react to it because I know absolutely nothing about our mateship. I didn't know this was a thing that people actually celebrated, like, our friendship, our alliance. I knew we were mates and friends and allies, but I didn't know that we actually had a mateship, is what it's called. Well, I mean, I'm so late. It says first 100 years of mateship. So people been, I guess, celebrating this, what, every decade maybe? Or did you just celebrate when it hit like that 100-year mark? Let me know. How often is this celebrated? This is my first time hearing about this, learning about this. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Original video link will be down below in the description. Here we go.
The United States of America and the Commonwealth of Australia, a bond that can be traced back to the battlefields of World War I.
Facts.
In 1918, at Le Hamel on the Western Front, 4 companies of the American Expeditionary Force fought under the command of Australian General John Monash. Le Hamel was the Americans' first offensive action of the war under the command of a foreign general, and the first time Australians and Americans had fought side by side. To honour the American troops he was leading, Monash set the date of the battle for the 4th of July, 1918.
In the battle, America...
I'm sorry, I love this story. It's so inspirational. My school didn't actually teach me about this. You guys did. Facts, bro. My school did not teach me about this. And it's crazy because the U.S. was involved. We had the opportunity to learn about this because our country was involved. I guess not.
Date of the battle for the 4th of July, 1918.
In the battle, Americans and Australians fought together with distinction. 14 of the Americans who fought at Hamel were awarded British military decorations. The Americans and the Australians trained together before the attack, developing such a bond that Americans were heard to say that, if necessary, they would sooner change uniforms to fight with the Australians than let their new buddies down.
Nice.
Together, they achieved victory in just 93 minutes and helped to turn the tide of war.
What the hell? Victory in just 93 minutes. I didn't know that. I didn't say I was educated on the whole war, but I do love this story, guys. Because it's taking it way back to when we first stepped side by side together, when we accomplished something so great. I did not know it took that fast. Yes, I'm saying fast. That's actually pretty fast. Learn something new every day, man.
Together, they achieved victory in just 93 minutes and helped to turn the tide of war against the Germans.
2018 marks the centenary of that battle and of the deep and enduring bond between our two countries. That battle on the Western Front was the opening chapter in a story of mateship, a quality valued by Australians as standing for loyalty, friendship, trust, and sacrifice. This partnership, based on mutual respect, cooperation, and shared values, has joined the United States and Australia as allies in every major conflict since that day in Le Hamel. We fought together again in the Second World War, when almost 1 million American service personnel passed through Australia, campaigning together on land, sea, and air to final victory in the war in the Pacific, fighting side by side for shared beliefs. The bond was strengthened in Korea, in Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. In every conflict where they met, Australian and American service personnel made lifelong mates.
Yeah.
The military alliance endures today. American and Australian armed forces work together in Iraq and Syria to combat the threat of terrorism and are working, exercising, and training in each other's countries. The U.S.
And I'm sorry to pause. I think stuff like this is very beneficial for the U.S. because it allows us to step out of our comfort shell, Yes, we may have the highest, military defense budget. We're known for having the money, the big military, the numbers, but we're not known for having the experience, We're not. We're not known for having some of the strategic war tactics that these countries such as Australia has to offer. And this is why I like that we train with you guys in Las Vegas. I really love that they have like the whole thing set up. Literally, it looked like a Tyler Perry movie set. Like, it's crazy. It looked like where they literally filmed the movies in Iraq. Like they have it set up in the desert. I like to call it a desert. In this desert looking area, nothing but sand, space. There's no road. Mind you, there's no roads. It's like you're literally out there in the desert. And you guys are training with each other. And that's so cool. And I really do like that. You know, because we've been learning a lot from Australia, the UK, Canada. We've been learning a lot from these countries, guys. And it really is strengthening our military. So why try to use that power, use that new strength we got on our allies, you know, when we can do it to the ones that truly deserve that force, you know? The ones that really deserve that are not our allies. They're more of our enemies. Like, it's just, you know, it doesn't make sense, guys. Especially, like, you know, times we're living in now and the stuff that's going on around the world. That's what I'm really referring to. Why use the things that we were taught back on those countries trying to just backstab them? And I'm not trying to go on a rant, but if you guys know what I'm basically putting down, I'm basically talking about, like, world events and stuff. Like, man.
And are working, exercising, and training in each other.
We already are breaking one bond. We already broke the bond with Canada. We already broke the bond with Canada.
Those countries.
Like, come on.
The U.S. Marine Corps rotation in Darwin, and the large number of Australians currently working across 31 American states are dramatic examples of a relationship that was formalized in 1951 when both nations signed the ANZUS Treaty, which remains a cornerstone of Australia's national security and foreign policy. The treaty pledges each country to come to the support of the other when under attack, and on the 11th of September, each country to come national security and foreign policy. The treaty pledges each country to come to the support of the other when under attack.
Okay.
And on the
So therefore, if we are under attack, Australia, it's a must. You guys coming to help? Vice versa. If Australia got attacked, America must help. We must be on our way, right? This is basically what that treaty is saying. Now, I can't keep up with every, you know, event throughout our history chronologically. I cannot. In a chronological order, I can't, guys. I do not know it all. But if I'm not mistaken, were there any times where the U.S. may have broken that promise and didn't come to help? Or maybe tried to step away? Let me know. Or, you know, vice versa throughout our times in history, because yes, there was stuff that went on before we were even brought upon this earth, guys. But I'm just curious because I'm only asking this. And it's mainly for America because we are known to break those promises and those treaties with other countries where it's time, where in needs, where those countries helped us when we were desperate. We had nothing and we needed backup. But when it came to those countries, the U.S. left them for dead. Like we said, to hell with them. I'm so serious. And that's why I'm asking that question. We didn't do you guys like that, right? I know you guys are probably like, you should know that. Look, I'm trying to learn more, okay? I'm trying to get it all down.
treaty pledges each country to come to the support of the other when under attack. And on the 11th of September 2001, Australian Prime Minister John Howard invoked the treaty for the first time.
Dear Mr. President, the Australian government and people share the sense of horror experienced by your nation. You can, however, be assured of Australia's resolute solidarity with the American people at this most tragic time.
A special mateship may have been forged in war, but it has prospered and grown stronger in peace. A shared love of freedom, democracy and diversity, a determination to improve, succeed and innovate. These qualities have seen our countries grow together.
From our leaders to our students, for decades, Americans and Australians have crossed the ocean to each other's shores, sharing knowledge and passion. We are scientists and researchers. We work together to reach the moon and out to the stars. We are pioneers, explorers, and innovators.
Oh, she wrote. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. She just read my mind. She read my mind because that's the next thing I was gonna say. Innovators, because you guys got them wicked, crazy inventions that really help the world. I was just getting ready to say that. The Lord could strike me down right now. I was just getting ready to say that before she did. She's reading my mind, man. She's reading my mind. I'm trying to add to the list
We are
too, man.
pioneers, explorers, and innovators. We are artists and creators.
Facts.
We are sporting fans and sporting rivals. We are investors and important trading partners. The U.S.-Australia Free Trade Agreement that came into force over 10 years ago has doubled U.S. exports to Australia. And American investment down under has helped Australia to become one of the largest exporters into Asia.
The tourism exchange between Australia and the United States helps build a strong human bridge that makes mateship real nearly 100 years after La Amel. From the Western Front in France to the first steps on the moon, this mateship reflects our shared optimism and our common vision of a bright future. This mateship, forged on a battlefield 100 years ago, has built an unbreakable foundation. On that foundation, we will build the bond of friendship for the next 100 years.
It's a mateship. Oh yeah, of course, for the next 100 years and the next 100 years. So the mateship celebrated, that 100th year anniversary. So forgive me for the stupid question in the beginning when I said, "You guys celebrate this every decade or this or that, like another decade of the mateship?" Or no? It's every 100 years. Forgive me if I was completely wrong. So is it just you guys celebrate it every 100 years? As like it's another 100 years since that mateship. Another 100 years since that mateship. So how many years? Hold on. How long ago was this video? This video was 8 years ago. This video was 8 years ago. So we're basically at 108 years right now of mateship. Basically. Is the United States of America and Australia currently at 108 mateship years? Makeshift? Did I say makeshift? Damn, this is what I be talking about with this thing. I didn't say makeshift. I said mateship. But you, how you go correct me when I'm the one that said it? Dummy. I'm tired of these AI things, bro. The term duh. Which was a major diplomatic theme celebrated in 2018 to mark a century since United States and Australian troops first fought together. As of 2026, the military alliance between two nations is technically entering its 108th year, if counting from that first joint offensive in 1918. Thank you, Australia, but please let me know. Please answer that question for me in the comments. Did we ever let you guys down throughout this mateship? Or like, were there any times where you felt that, okay, maybe you weren't under attack, but did you feel that the U.S. could have came in there and helped a little bit? Please let me know, because it seems that all other countries stick by our side, and we have these great alliances and partnerships, trustworthy partners. But it seems like the U.S., we making our mind up when we want to be and when we don't want to be, Especially if it's on paper, if it's documented, it's written, we gotta go. We can't be letting our allies down. And I feel like that's what my country has been doing lately. Disappointing some of our allies, letting down some of our allies, trying to destroy or take advantage of some of our allies, bro. Everybody feel free to share your honest thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Please feel free to continue to educate me down below in the comment section as well on anything you feel I may have missed or didn't understand from this video. Please feel free to just throw it in the comment section. Feel free to just include anything in your thoughts, anything on your mind. Feel free to include it in the comment section on top of this amazing video. Original video link will be down below in the description, everyone. Stay safe. Feel free to follow the Twitch and check out my other channels as well in the description. I love you all, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. I know I'm 8 years late. I may be 8 years late, but I'm still going to say it. Happy mateship, guys. For real. Happy mateship. Just know my country may not be perfect. We may have some good things and bad things about our country, but just know that we are perfect together, side by side, working. Believe that. Facts.